The Big Bang Theory. 10 Things to Know About Jim Parsons and Mayim Bialik's Friendship. When The Big Bang Theory introduced Amy Farrah Fowler in the Season 3 finale, few could have guessed that her presence would forever change the dynamic of the show and spark one of the most beloved on-screen relationships in sitcom history. Sheldon Cooper Jim Parsons and Amy Mayim Bialik became a central couple, blending scientific precision with awkward tenderness. But while Shamey's romance delighted millions, the real-life friendship between Parsons and Bialik has been equally heartwarming and, in many ways, even more fascinating. Their bond grew beyond the soundstage, developing into a deep respect and affection that has carried on well past the show's 2019 finale. Here are 10 things to know about Jim Parsons and Mayim Bialik's unique friendship that prove their connection is just as authentic off-screen as their characters' love was on-screen. 1. Their chemistry was instant, on and off-screen. When Mayim Bialik first auditioned for Amy, producers already had Jim Parsons in mind as her central counterpart. What surprised everyone was how instantly natural their back and forth felt. The socially awkward intellectuals dynamic worked, but it was also fueled by the fact that Parsons and Bialik clicked immediately off-camera. Their shared sense of humor, often self-deprecating and dry, helped create an authentic foundation for their working relationship. 2. Mayim was in awe of Jim's craft. Despite having her own long resume in Hollywood and a Ph.D. in neuroscience, Bialik has admitted that Parsons' acting skills frequently left her stunned. She once noted in interviews that his ability to shift between Sheldon's deadpan quirks and moments of vulnerability taught her a lot about comic timing. Watching him work, she said, was like attending an acting masterclass every week. 3. Jim appreciated Mayim's real-life science background. Sheldon Cooper may have been a theoretical physicist, but Jim Parsons didn't come from a science background. Having Mayim Bialik, a real-life neuroscientist, by his side was an unexpected blessing. He has mentioned in interviews that her presence gave the show a special authenticity, and he occasionally leaned on her to explain scientific jargon. Their off-screen conversations often drifted into real scientific discussions, deepening their intellectual connection beyond the scripts. 4. They bonded over their love of theater. Both Parsons and Bialik have a strong love of live performance. Jim Parsons began his career in theater, and Mayim has always had a passion for it, even though she was more widely known for television. During downtime, they often discussed stage productions, actors they admired, and the joy of performing in front of a live audience. This shared passion gave them a cultural shorthand that went beyond sitcom scripts. 5. Jim was Mayim's biggest cheerleader during difficult times. Mayim has been open about personal struggles, including her divorce while working on The Big Bang Theory. She has expressed how Parsons offered her compassion and stability when she needed it most. His kindness and lack of judgment allowed her to feel supported in a high-pressure environment. Bialik has said more than once that Parsons' steady friendship was a major reason she was able to get through those years with resilience. 6. They developed their own quiet rituals on set. While Kaylee Cuoco, Johnny Galecki, and others often leaned into loud, playful antics on set, Parsons and Bialik tended to be more reserved. They were known to quietly sit together between takes, sharing snacks, trading books, or simply chatting about life. This calm dynamic mirrored their characters' thoughtful, measured interactions, making their friendship stand out among the cast's more boisterous bonds. 7. Their on-screen kisses were less awkward thanks to friendship. Fans remember the slow-burn romance of Sheldon and Amy, culminating in some of the show's most tender and surprising kisses. For two actors known for their intellectual characters rather than their romantic heat, pulling off convincing intimacy was no small feat. Both Parsons and Bialik admitted it was their trust in one another that made those moments easier. Their comfort level and mutual respect allowed them to navigate romantic storylines without embarrassment. 8. They supported each other's projects outside The Big Bang Theory. Their friendship extended beyond the Warner Bros. Lot. Parsons supported Bialik when she ventured into writing books and later directing her film As They Made Us. In turn, Bialik cheered for Parsons' theater work and his post-Big Bang projects like The Boys in the Band and Hollywood. They both understood the need to branch out creatively, and their support reflected the genuine pride they had in one another's achievements. 9. Jim helped Mayim feel comfortable returning to acting. When Mayim Bialik joined the cast in Season 3, she hadn't acted in a sitcom for years. Most of her adult life had been devoted to academia and parenting. Parsons played a pivotal role in helping her reacclimate to the demands of a weekly sitcom. His patience, humor, and professionalism reminded her why she loved acting in the first place. Bialik has credited Parsons for making her return not only manageable but deeply fulfilling. 10. Their friendship continues long after the show. Unlike many TV friendships that fade once the cameras stop rolling, Jim Parsons and Mayim Bialik remain close. They still check in on one another, celebrate milestones, and publicly express their admiration. Whether it's social media shoutouts or heartfelt comments in interviews, it's clear that their friendship is more than a Hollywood publicity angle. It's a real and enduring bond. Why their friendship matters so much to fans. Fans adored Sheldon and Amy because they represented an unusual but deeply meaningful love story. Off-screen, Parsons and Bialik's friendship mirrors that sentiment, two very different people who connect in ways that are both surprising and inspiring. Bialik brings scientific grounding and emotional openness. Parsons brings theater, craft, and quiet steadiness. Together, they've created a friendship that has stood the test of fame, long hours, and the end of a cultural phenomenon. Their bond also challenges the assumption that Hollywood friendships are fleeting or shallow. Instead, they've shown that genuine connection, built on respect, vulnerability, and laughter, can thrive under the brightest of spotlights. Illusion. Jim Parsons and Mayim Bialik's friendship is one of the most heartwarming legacies of The Big Bang Theory. While their characters' romance will always hold a special place in sitcom history, the real-life affection and admiration between the actors proves even more powerful. They didn't just make audiences laugh for over a decade. They modeled what it looks like to support, challenge, and uplift a friend both professionally and personally. If Sheldon and Amy's fictional love story taught viewers that everyone can find their match, Jim and Mayim's real-life friendship proves that sometimes the best partnerships don't need romance at all. They just need mutual respect, shared laughter, and a bond that goes beyond the final call. Do you want me to make this read more like a listicle snappier with shorter entries, or keep this narrative expansive style that blends storytelling with facts? Jim Parsons and Mayim Bialik's friendship is one of the most heartwarming legacies of The Big Bang Theory. While their characters' romance will always hold a special place in sitcom history, the real-life affection and admiration between the actors proves even more powerful. They didn't just make audiences laugh for over a decade. They modeled what it looks like to support, challenge, and uplift a friend both professionally and personally. If Sheldon and Amy's fictional love story taught viewers that everyone can find their match, Jim and Mayim's real-life friendship